So, Grand Rising, today is day two. I hope that on this day two, you are ready for an amazing detox, a boost in your energy, and more importantly, we are eliminating without irritation. Okay, we are going to talk about detoxing your digestive system as well as your colon. I need for you to understand your body is craving for this. Your body is screaming for this to happen. And guess what? You deserve it. You deserve to give yourself an opportunity to eliminate the waste, to relieve yourself, to let your body rest. Think about that. When you eat food, your body uses energy to digest the food and work it through all of the systems. But when you're not eating food, your body takes that opportunity to then, after 3 days, it starts to eliminate all the things that no longer serve you, all the things that are no longer operating at peak performance. It will go through and search out cells that are dying, anything in the cell, the mitochondria, any of those things in the cell that are not working at peak performance. Guess what your body does? It starts to push it out, eliminate it. But you need to make sure that you're doing everything possible to help it, to make sure that it's flowing perfectly. Remember, we're restoring rhythm, right? So let's get right into it. So today we're going to talk about your colon, your stomach, and your small intestines. Now, detoxing fails when digestion is irritated. So healing happens when the gut feels safe. Did you know that? Your body actually knows when you're in survival mode because your cortisol levels are high, your body is tense, you're not stretching, you're not releasing, you're not in a place of meditation. There's not a calmness that's over your entire being, not just in your mind, not just in one area of your life, right? So when that calmness, that steadiness, and you're being able to sit in stillness, right? When that's not happening, your body knows. And because your body knows, guess what? It does not allow you to feel safe. So you stay in that fight, flight, or freeze mode, survival mode. So now the beautiful thing is we have some wonderful herbs that do amazing things. And so let's talk about them. So when you're talking about helping your body to release, especially when we're talking about your gut health, definitely you want to look at slippery elm. I told you, for those of you who know my story, I've been taking slippery elm and fenugreek since I was about 3 months old. I was diagnosed when I was born because my lungs were underdeveloped and so forth with bronchitis and asthma. And so, because of that, the doctor said it was so bad. They told my mother that I would not live long. So, of course, any young mother with more than one child or other children is now concerned, right? She's losing jobs because I'm constantly being rushed to the hospital and put in oxygen tent. Back then, they put us in a whole tent. They put a tent around you, right, with oxygen. So, because of that, an old Jewish doctor told her this. He said, quit bringing this baby here. They won't heal her, they'll only treat the symptoms. And he wrote on a prescription pad and told her, go to, at the time, living in Atlanta, Georgia, in the early 70s, to go to Life Essentials. It was a health store, natural store, and get slippery elm. It's from the bark of the elm tree, and get fenugreek. And she would make me at least 1 to 2 bottles every single day to help eliminate the mucus in my body and to help strengthen and rebuild my lungs. It worked beautifully. It took some time, absolutely, because I was young. And of course, at that age, you're on milk. So now, because of that, that kind of battled back and forth in your body because we all know milk is a mucus producer, right? But slippery elm, it coats and protects the gut lining. And so the best way to take it, especially if you're not sure on how to do it, is the powder. You put it in warm water before bedtime. and it does its thing, right? Now, if you're struggling with like acid reflux, if you're struggling with GERDs, slippery elm is an amazing thing to add into or incorporate into your diet because it's going to do just that. It's going to coat and it's going to protect. One of the beautiful things is it also coats the respiratory system completely. With that, it makes kind of like its own slime looking. It kind of looks like okra. And when you boil it in water, and it makes a really slimy foam on the top of the water. For those of you who are like, oh no, it's not as bad as okra, but it does make that kind of consistency on the water when it's boiling. And that's what you want to make sure that you ingest. You get that in you because it's going to coat the respiratory system. The fenugreek is going to break up the mucus and shoot it to the closest exit. Another herb is marshmallow root. It reduces inflammation. The best way to take that as a tea daily. Doesn't matter what time of day, just get it in you. If you're a singer, marshmallow root is good for your throat and your voice as well, right? The next one is peppermint or fennel. Peppermint and fennel, they act kind of the same way. They deal with gas and bloating relief. They help you with that in that area because if you can get rid of the bloat, you can get rid of that excess pressure in your colon, in your stomach, in your whole digestive tract. Getting rid of that bloating feeling, that pressure that you're feeling, it's going to help you in the digestive process, but more importantly, it's going to help food and anything that your body is digesting to move through the system, right? So the best time to take this tea is after meals, right? So now let's talk about binders. Remember, we said binders are those things that you take that will coat to anything that's going to be eliminated out of the body. So a good binder, selenium husk. And selenium, most people try to spell it wrong because it sounds like it starts with an S, but it's Psyllium. Selenium husk. You want to take a half to 1 teaspoon a day, right? And I usually put mine in my okra water. Like I told you, I'm all about killing 2 birds, 1 stone, getting it done. Because okra water is naturally mucilage binder. It literally binds to mucus in the body. Why? I guess because it has that kind of same consistency. And so your body feels like, oh, yeah, that's the same thing. So it kind of puts it in the same category, but it binds to the mucus in your body and it escorts it out of your body, right? So the rule is this: low dose plus hydration. So you want to I do about 8 to 10 ounces of okra water every day. So you want to do that. And then I drink at least, I have this huge, I think it's like 30, nope, like 42 ounces water bottle. I try to drink as close to 2 of those as possible. Now, because I also get some of my hydration from my fruits and vegetables, I also make sure that I don't overhydrate. There is such a thing. And then you get some of the same symptoms. So you want to make sure you're good with that as well. A great somatic stretch will be to lie down on your back and hug your knees to your chest and then rock gently from side to side. Doing that literally begins to help the body come out of that fight, flight, or freeze mode. It makes you feel safe. Remember, when you were a kid, if you ever were truly afraid of something and you had nowhere to go, what would we do? We would sit in a corner or sit behind something big, pull our knees up to our chest and hold ourselves. Why? Because it's the body's way of trying to calm the nervous system. You want to bring that calmness back to the fullness of your body. So I don't want to make this video super long, but here's some cues. Affirmation that you can say to yourself. I allow nourishment to move through me with ease. Remember, as you're ingesting anything, whether it's just your okra water, whether it's your chia seeds and flax seeds in your immune boost, whether it's just water with lemon in it, early in the morning, those routines that you normally set up, eating you 2 cloves every morning, eating you some garlic cloves in the morning for 7 days to detox the liver more efficiently. Whatever you're doing, you want to make sure that you're doing it with intention. Speak to whatever you put in your body before you put it in your body. Give your water an assignment. Flush out anything that no longer serves me. Hydrate every cell. And a great way to do that is to make sure you take some pink Himalayan sea salt or Celtic salt and put just a little bit in your hand, just a little, a dash. Put it on your tongue. Then just start drinking your water for the day. That remineralizes the body. A lot of us are mineral deficient. And so you want to do those types of things. Let's talk about the questions that have come so far. Can I drink coffee? I would say reduce the amount of coffee. Don't shock the system. But if you've already been reducing it, then yes, you can stop drinking coffee during this time of your detox. You can supplement it with mushroom coffee. Remember, the reishi mushroom is going to definitely do a lot of things because it's an adaptogen. It's going to be beneficial to the body on many levels. Can I eat meat? Light protein if needed, only if needed, but you get your protein and you can get it from other places. Your chia seeds, your flax seeds are going to give you protein. You're going to get a small amount of protein from your fruits and vegetables. You're going to get protein from other places. You can even do something like have pumpkin seeds, because usually when I'm detoxing, I would like to make sure I have pumpkin seeds around in case I feel a little hungry or I feel like this, I need to put something in me, because sometimes we feel that way, right? That's a great thing to do, because guess what? Pumpkin seeds are going to still reinforce what you're already doing, the detox process. Are smoothies okay? Yes. Whole fruits, greens, and fiber. All of that is great. Remember, your okra water is fiber. Fiber, selenium husk is fiber. You can do something like activated charcoal as a binder, fiber. All of those things, they add to it, right? What if I'm hungry at night? Water, herbal tea, or rest? That's why I always go to bed with one of those mugs that will keep the liquid hot for hours and hours, with my sipping broth in it. And remember, I showed you earlier yesterday, it was the Thai lemongrass sipping broth. And that way you're getting nutrients, but you're not eating, right? And so you want to make sure that you're giving your body some nutrients if it feels like you need them. I also like to make sure I'm taking moringa during this time, because moringa is great for helping your body facilitate the detox, right? But still giving you energy, still making sure that you're resting well, still making sure that you're hydrating on a cellular level, right? How much water do I drink? The rule of thumb is always half of your body weight in ounces. So get on the scale first thing in the morning after you've used the restroom. Get on the scale, and what the scale tells you, half that, and then try to aim for that in ounces. But remember, calculate how much water you drank, how much okra water you drank, how much of your immune boost shot. If you're doing lemon water, all of that liquid counts towards your water intake for the day. And it boosts your hydration on a cellular level. Can I snack fruits, vegetables, and nuts in moderation? Why? Because fruits like green apples, celery, melons, they're going to hydrate you. Carrots, they're not going to give you a whole lot of supplements as far as like your body's having to struggle to digest it, or needing to work hard to digest it, right? So that it can continue what it's doing, which is detoxing the body. So those are some of the questions I had. If you have questions, please, by all means, don't forget, DM the questions to me. And remember, consult a provider if you have GI conditions. You want to do that. Consult a naturalist, a naturopath, a herbalist, um, so that you can make sure, a holistic doctor, so that you can make sure that you're doing what's best for your body. Because guess what? Everybody is different. No two people are the exact same or dealing with the exact same situations or came about them the same way. And so we have to make sure that we are addressing our body, our system, specifically the best way for us, right? And the only way you know that is trial and error. So I pray that you have a wonderful day, eliminating what no longer serves you. And remember, we are speaking to our gut, we are speaking to our intestines, and we are speaking to our colon, saying, health is wealth. I want you to go forth, have a blessed and prosperous day. And remember, I love you to life.